So this was
one side broke 8 inches, the other broke 8 inches.
this was the top sill right here that I got my foot on.
Yeah.
And it broke out. You can see that the OSB failed on this side where I'm touching it with my foot, and then the screws pulled out down here on the bottom side that you can see.
Here's the other part of the brake there.
Then the
Side of the OSB.
The side of the OSB that pulled out, it's laying right here. You can see where the screws pulled through and then the OSB broke off. And then you can see where it broke loose from the foam. There's a little bit of it that delaminated, but most of it just pulled out the foam. This one piece here, you can tell by the smoothness of the texture here that it delaminated, where in here where it's rough, it pulled out the foam. Now the gauge pressure on the control console, the maximum level indicator shows that we had a maximum pressure right here of 400 psi.
I can do it.
And that would be consistent with the failure that we had on the first attempt. The other failure that we had was the sill plate pulled out. You can tell where the sill plate was connected. These two screws here pulled out. So did these two. And so did these two. So our sill plate detached from the beam on the bottom, or the wood that we have fastened to the beam on the bottom for us to attach sill plates to. And that sill plate, as you can see right here, the screws probably were not long enough for what we were needing to do anyway, so they just pulled out. The assembly we had, which was made from some cutout doors and windows, we had a bottom panel right here that my foot's on that was a little wider than the top piece right here, and then the two were joined with splines, as you can see there, 2x6 splines. No failure there. The failure all occurred up here at the top, and then after that broke loose, it looked like the sill plate in the bottom pulled out also.
Interesting.